It's his 6th year as a guest artist in our dance program. 6 years of 2-week intensive choreographic visits. 6 years of setting pieces on our dancers, building our dance repertoire, showing them daily the commitment it takes to be a professional dancer. Brian McGinnis, a graduate of Juilliard, who has danced with Hubbard Street, with David Parsons, who has traveled the world as a dancer, who's danced at Jacob's Pillow and the American Dance Festival and at the Spoleto Festival in Italy, and who now dances with Lar Lubavitch, returns to the Fine Arts Center to choreograph his most personal piece, Mi Corazón Está en Fuego. When Brian isn't traveling or performing, this school has become his artistic home, and we couldn't be more pleased.
Brian.
Yes.
Catch.
How's it going, Dr. Miller? You too.
Okay, well, I just finished the session with the morning dance class. They go,
I know. We had almost your whole school here. Can you believe it?
Yeah. What was so nice about that? What you were saying to them about when they asked the question about, did you do this with the students? Did the students assist you with the choreography?
Right.
Did you do it by yourself? What kind of challenges did you face, do you face, as a dancer / choreographer?
It's a pretty tough question, because it's like, there's challenges in both aspects, in both regards. I mean, there's a challenge as a dancer because you want to be consistent, you want to be passionate, you want to dance with high level of integrity.
Well, hang on to that, because those are very things. Let me just switch gears now. If I were to ask you what you wanted to leave these dancers with today, which is your last day,
Right.
are those some of the things you leave them with?
Oh, that's what I've already left them with. We talk about that every single class. We talk about how you're going to do the work, what kind of integrity you're going to do the work with. Do you feel passion for the work? What does it mean to you? Because we practice pliés every single day. But a plié is not a plié unless it means something to you, unless you have a reasoning to actually bending your knees and increasing hip range and ankle range, those three joints moving. Well, yeah, that's physically what's happening. What's happening on the inside? That's the reason why we do it to music. That's the reason why we use tempo and that kind of thing, to increase the level of passion for just a simple movement like a plie.
So if you're talking to these dancers about the next level, what are they taking? I heard you say passion.
Right.
I heard you say consistency.
Integrity. Yeah.
Other things?
Technique. Technique is a big one. It's the thing that we're teaching, here. It's a thing that allows the students to be able to execute wonderfully, consistently. You know what I mean? It's like, because a choreographer wants you to be able to do it every single time, and to do the same every single time. Yeah. And a dancer wants to be able to dance forever. And the only way to do that is to utilize proper technique.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Juilliard. I didn't start there. I started with tap and jazz. Yeah, I mean, I didn't start off being a proficient modern dancer. I started off with my little studio and got inspired there and knew this is what I wanted. I took my first dance class and I knew I was going to be a dancer. 7 years old. My father took me to my first dance class. It was amazing. He strapped on my little patent leather shoes and it was a great experience to have my dad there. He was the only one. He was the only dad in the waiting room of all moms. And I was so proud of him, to do that. And to this day, my parents have been my biggest support system. And I credit a lot of my success to them, because there's many times when I felt like I wanted to this is it, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, it's just, I'm through, and it's because they tell me, are you sure? Because it's always been your dream, it's always been your passion, and they're the ones that that help me get back on track again.
Good. Well, let's go back to Juilliard and technique.
Right.
So you didn't come to Juilliard as a ballet?
No.
So you spent a lot of time at the bar in Juilliard?
Yes. I spent an immense amount of hours.
Who were your
at the bar.
teachers?
Well, I was directed by, he's passed away now, by Benjamin Harpari, who was an incredible force in the dance community. Zhenya Malikova, Alfredo Corvino, two more great dancers and teachers that have recently passed away.
So who are you dancing with now?
I dance for Lar Lubavitch now, who also went to Juilliard.
Did you?
Yes,
Okay.
a long time ago.
And
I do. Robert Battle he wasn't in my class, but he was in my reign of like at the same time at Juilliard. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and he's a friend of mine. I know him very well. And it's amazing the amount of people that like I've come across, and it's amazing to see them as they were students, then they were professional dancers, and now they're directors. They're starting to become directors of companies and schools, and they're inspiring for me because I'm still a professional dancer. But eventually, one day, I would like you're an inspiration to me. It's like I would love to direct a school one day, you know, and like have like my hand in something like this. This place is incredible, you know, and I know you know how special it is, and I always am telling your students how special it is.
And this is going to be shown in the Art Schools Network, and there are schools like this all over the country, and we're very proud of the work that they're doing. But let's go back to technique, consistency, passion,
integrity.
Yes. What
What
else
else?
do you tell them as they walk out of your last class at 3:30 today?
I'm telling them to keep going. I'm telling them to keep moving forward, you know, and to find a voice. You know, to find like I was talking to one of your students yesterday, you know, and she said like last year, you know, I had a really great year of like choreography, and everybody, she got all these accolades, you know, everybody was like complimenting her on her composition work, and so she felt like because she had gotten so many rewards from it that it was finished. You know, and I said, no, that's not true. I said, you're only finished when you think you're done with that part of that voice, and then you're ready to move on. Just because people tell you that you've done well and that you've succeeded doesn't mean that you are personally finished. And I compared it to like somebody like Picasso, like going through like a blue period, you know, where he painted like, you know, 100 or 200 blue paintings until he finally got the blue painting right. And then he moved on to a different period, you know. And she's like, well, maybe I'm still in my blue period. And I'm like, exactly. And I'm like, and just because people appreciate and respect your blue period, you know, or the period that you're in right now, doesn't mean that you personally feel like that you have an accomplishment, you know.
There's a great essay by the human psychologist Carl Rogers. It's on creativity.
Right.
On creativity. And in it he says one of the things that you must develop, and he uses the big words for it, is an internal locus of evaluation. You must, inside yourself, be your worst critic.
Right.
And you must look at your work and you say, yeah, I cheated here. No,
Right.
I've done more here.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you're talking about. Right. You're talking about integrity. You're talking about
You
finding
have to be introspective.
your voice.
You have to be introspective, and you have to look inside yourself and say, I think I do good, but I know I can do better.
Give me the names of some of the other dance companies you guys.
I graduated from Juilliard and I danced at Hubbard Street in Chicago, which is a really amazing company. Yeah, they brought in, I mean, they bring in some really incredible international choreographers as well as national choreographers. They're a huge supporter of dance, obviously, because they're a dance company. Elisa Monte, I danced with David Parsons for 5 years.
Parsons came here.
Yeah, Parsons, he's a great artist as well. Much more approachable to a community as, like, say, somebody like Elisa Monte, who's going in a different vein of work, you know, so it's been a really huge growing process for me to work with different types of choreographers because it's helped me to expand who I am as a dancer, who I am as an artist, who I am as a choreographer, and most importantly, who I am as a person.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me just stop right there. I think our time is running out, but the notion of who you are as a person, it's a journey, from my perspective, who's a few years older than you.
That's never finished.
Yeah, it's never finished.
Yeah.
It's always a work in progress.
Right.
So I want to thank you for the time that you spent with us. I want to thank you for the work that you've done with our students, and look forward to having you back next year.
And I thank you immensely as well.
Good job.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Begin.
He comes in every year to the Fine Arts Center. He brings this energy that I can't really explain. Every time he gets here, he's just so happy already, and it makes us really happy and ready to work. And that's a great thing about Brian.
Like off the bench a little bit, right? Who is that? Who's that? Oh yeah, the right hand on, twist the right leg under. Yeah, there you go. And bring this left leg across. There you go. That feel better? It looks better. So from there, then we step here. The hand goes on the thigh. And we got this. And up, down, that's good.
His personality is so big and so great. He really takes time to get to know all of us. He even, you know, when he came to the Fine Arts Center this year, actually, he went around all the different departments like art, jazz guitar, film, and everything. And he went and he watched their classes, he participated, and he really got to see what the Fine Arts Center in Greenville is about.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He lets us help him choreograph. He brought me into the studio one day before class and let me experiment with him some different movements and see what worked best and what didn't work. And we worked through some different things so that he could pull his choreography together before he taught it to the whole class. So he actually sets a piece on us where he lets us help him choreograph each movement based on how it works for us, which is really unique and different about him.
He really puts us all in a professional mood. He sets the tone of what it is actually to be a professional dancer. He comes in, he teaches us numerous things of artistry and how to be real with our movement. He's very genuine, and he emphasizes that a lot, actually, about how to be real with your movement and how to be genuine and portray the honesty within your movement.
It's really cool when you come into the studio every day before class and you just see him choreographing and constructing his dance. Just seeing the process of what he does every day is just really awesome. You can really learn from his way he constructs and just seeing his mind work.
Something different to us every single year. He never does the same thing with us. He choreographs totally different dances and brings us different exercises and movements to learn, and always gives us a new challenge.